Hello there. Today I'm going to show you how I won few trades using the ICT concept. Okay. Now you may have seen my video before when I went through the ICT. Now I'm going to show you how I won that. So you can see my account here. Okay. Again, so I am with one of the firm, as you can see, uh, Alpha Capital Group Live. I do have this one here, and then you see that there are two trades that I have indeed uh, won. Okay, so now one was again, it's the same pair. One of them was buy, and one of them was sell. You can see the where I've entered and the target profit in this particular case as well. Okay, if I go to trade wise, you see that the total. Okay, and that's when you add these together. That's when we have the total. Again, it is a new account. I'm just testing this one here. Okay, now let's go through the chart, shall we? Okay, here we go. Now what we have is we have EU JPY, EU yen, as you can clearly see. Now what we have is we have been trading in this range here. Okay, now what happened was, so this was at some point earlier, I think this week or last week, yeah, earlier this week. Now let's go on the 50-minute time frame. We are going to go here. Okay, now what has happened was we went through, entered this order block, we got rejected. As you can see the wick here, we took liquidity out and then start forming this lower low. Okay, again we broke structure here again, so we broke structure. We tap into this order block, as you can see, on Thursday. Okay, so Thursday, okay, on Thursday, and this was, let me just move this out of the way, this was on Thursday as well. Okay, so we were here. Okay, now so this is a nice demand zone. That's why we started getting demand all the way to break this structure here. Okay, so this is a nice one here. So we came to this way and we'll start wicking this one up. So you can see that we are touching the 20, 29, 30 zone on the RSI, and then we got getting some bullish momentum. Now we do break out, so we do have breakouts here, as you can see. So we broke out here, came to this point of resistance, we took liquidity, and then we fell back down again. Okay, so this could have been a nice position to go for long. Okay, now what has happened? So this was at 4 a.m. 30 sleeping time, the UK. London opening, so we're trading the London Open and the New York opening. So what I did is I looked for the London Open. So London Open was somewhere here. Okay, again I think I went on the 5-hour time frame. Okay, so we were here. There we go. Okay, so here we go. That's where we were. So broke this, and then we were here. So we came up here in this particular case. Okay. Alright, so took out liquidity from here. Alright, so you see that pretty much before London open, we went out to take our liquidity from below. We fell down here, and then we started getting to this point. Now what has happened is market started opening, so 8 o'clock. Okay, started wicking this point here. So took liquidity down. Tried to close above, went down, took liquidity down here. So we have a nice order block support level at this point, and then we have big momentum candle, and then we're up, break structure. So we broke structure here. So structure here, we got the pullback. Okay, we got the pullback. Now this pullback did go all the way down here to this fair value gap. Okay, and then we got rejected, went all the way up here, broke structure here. Okay, now what this tells me? This tells me the market is getting bullish. Okay, so and I was like, okay, let's go on the smaller time frame. Okay, so I need to go up. Alright, let's go on the smaller time frame. So we're here. Let's go on the smaller time frame. Okay, let's see what happened. You can clearly see this is what's happening. And I was like, okay. Now what I want to see is we see this break first. Okay, and market also want to create bullish structure. And I was like, okay, now I want to see it pull back to discount zone and entered. So from this here to here, right? So what we have is we have a nice discounted zone here. So this is my discounted zone. Okay, now let's go for that. So what has happened is we're looking for the fair value gap. We're looking for the fair value gap. Now I have a fair value gap here on this side. Now this fair value gap got filled up a little bit by this candle. So okay, so this is my fair value gap. Okay, and what's happened is market came down. So market went up, came down, goes up, and the market came down here. This and this, and I was like, okay. Now when I was like, wait a minute, we have these lows being created. These lows being created. Now these lows are actually formation of liquidity. So these are actually formation liquidity because market took out liquidity here, came here, and we're creating this fairly equal low. Equal low. And I was like, okay, you know what? And then I was not convinced on the RSI in this particular case. I was okay, let's wait and see. And what happened is market broke structure, broke down again, and came here. Broke down and came here. Touched into this one, and that's when we started getting a massive rejection on the candle, as you can clearly see. Okay. Now I was like entered at this particular point, and I'm going to ride it to 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. Now you could have easily been more conservative. You could have waited for this candle to form, and then maybe wait for this one here. Okay, waiting to form, come back here, and then you'll be putting your stop. Maybe here, so 1 to 2, or here. Then you're going to go for 1 to 2. Here we go. Okay, again our target would be this fair value gap here, or this order block that causes a break of structure in this particular case. Again, I can go on the 3-minute time frame, so you can see whether are we getting better, much better pattern to entered. If yes, okay, fine. Otherwise, no. Okay, so you can clearly see what are we getting. So 1 to 2. So this is the first one. Okay, now you see what has happened is I was looking at the trading view. Okay, and the move has happened, so the candles was moving and I entered. So what has happened there? So if you go in history, so even though you see that I've entered at this point, okay, so 26, and my target profit was 74. Okay, so even though I entered slightly late, so I entered, I think 24, isn't it? So I entered, okay, 20, is it 26? Okay, let's go to inside. I was here, and my target profit was, wow, okay, was something like this. But this is because my initial, I was waiting for this point to happen, and here I was getting ready to enter. I was getting ready to enter here, and when I was putting everything on meta trading 4, this candle pushed it all the way up. So this is because of this candle here pushed it all the way up. Okay, so now I was like, okay, I'm not gonna compromise. I'm not gonna compromise my risk to reward ratio because I'm not gonna do this. Okay, I'm not gonna do, what was it? I'm not gonna do this because that was against my strategy. That was against my entry point. My entry point was here. Okay, my entry point was to enter here, but I'm getting this big momentum already, so which was too fast for me to enter the right price. But my target profit is set. I was like, okay, my target profit is set. One is to, here we go, one profit to get 1 to 2, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get there. So that's my target profit. I'm gonna hit it and hit it there. I think my stop loss was somewhere here, maybe, because stop loss not quite. Let's have a look. What did it say? Stop loss 104. Not sure there. Let's have a look. 104. Yeah, here we go. Something like this. Yeah. So even though I entered because of this big candle, I entered slightly higher, but no problem at all. Again, so you always use TradingView to help you out, so you know where you're going to get. That's it. Okay, that's it. And then I'm out. Now that day we have, same day we have data being released. I think CPI was out, core CPI was out as well in America. And what has happened is a big massive push. Okay, big massive push. We got a big massive push. It goes a big massive push here. So what has happened is we want to take our liquidity, tap into this order block there, and then we want all the way down. Now there'll be people placing this some stuff over here, and this would have been a nice profit as well, again, because we didn't know, so we took it. You see, nice breakouts, so it went all the way down to the bigger premium zone. So this would have been an amazing trade. So this would have been 1 to 14 restored ratio. Excellent. Okay, again, we couldn't predict this move because I was not looking at news at that time. I was in and out with my 2 to reward ratio, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm happy. Okay, and then here's the second one. Here's the second one. Okay, now this one here is 8 o'clock, and again I was just checking some strategy. So came back here, tap into this one, going up, came back down here as well. You can see that we're getting stronger in terms of RSI, and then I was expecting a retracement level. So let me just show you this retracement. So we have this week all the way down here. I'm expected a retracement to 61%. You can clearly see that we get to go there. In terms of volume wise, okay, so expect price to get there a little bit because we do have some imbalance going on much higher level, which is around this here. As you can clearly see, market came back and tapped into this one. Now I was looking for a break of structures, so we have one here, discount zone, nice discount zone here, a big candle here. You can see the wick all the way down and then start going all the way through. Break of structure again, break of structure, go up all the way, and this brings us to this morning. Okay, so this morning was here. This morning, as you can see, big candle. Let's go down to the 5-minute time frame. Okay, so look, right, big candle here, big candle, break structure, so looking for buys. Okay, right, now I was very busy this morning, so I couldn't take out any trade in the London session, and also there was no good setup happening. Okay, so the main reason why I didn't take any London session compared to the other one is because I couldn't see. I was extremely busy throughout the day. Okay, so from 8 o'clock all the way till 1 o'clock I was very busy. And also when I looked at that, so later on when I look at it, I was okay, look, I can't see any clear setup, maybe something short. I was okay, what? Let me wait New York opening. Let's see whether we can get something. So New York open at some point here. So New York open here. Okay, so New York open here. All right. Okay. Good. New York open here. Now what we have is we have a break structure, as you can clearly see. More again, so performing bullish for a big break of structure here. So I was like, you know what? So more can break this structure. So I'm expecting to see a pullback. So I can see that there's indeed a fair value gap here and here as well. You can clearly see, and then we have this candle that goes to the break of structure. Now this candle here got mitigated, so therefore we are left with this one here. Okay, left with this one. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just take a look. My fib again, so from this low to the big high. Okay, so this one, because market going up, come back into this one, and that's when we get the momentum to go drive higher again. So 61% was here, and even if you this one, you want to go to a discount zone, so 61% is around this point. But we know there's a fair value gap. Market want to go to this fair value gap. We're getting many wicks, so we expected that market to take this liquidity as well. So whenever you have so many wicks, expect market to come back and take liquidity and fair value gap there as well. I was like, okay, you know what? Let's go. Now go a much lower time frame. Okay, much lower time frame, and then what we have is we have market went up to take our liquidity. So we go to 30-minute time frame. You see that this is indeed liquidity being taken out. So So here we go. So liquidity been taken out. So this liquidity got taken out. All right, got taken out. We got taken out, and then we have a fractal break of structure here, or change of character, went down, and then you could have entered here for a short. So this is my scenario. I was like, okay, but I did enter this one, and I was like, you know what, market's still bullish, so we're going to be looking for a long. So market tap into this fair value gap, and we're getting some nice rejection. And also I like what I'm seeing in terms of the RSI. And I was, you know what, let's enter. Now I'm going to show you where I entered, because I was slightly late because I was using my phone. I was doing the data entry on my phone, and on the computer that I had at the time, I was looking at the chart on trading. Now you see that I entered at 6:31, 6:31. That's okay. Let's take where 6:31 is. 6. Okay, so unfortunately there's no network. I entered at this particular point here. Okay, now again, this could be a good point in terms of waiting to see. And then I was out. Where was I out? I was out. I went for a short. I thought I went for buy. 1613, 1515. Okay, wait a minute. So that was 14. That's 15. 15 is today. Okay, that's today. 16. Okay, so I didn't go for buy then. My bad. I went for a short. Sorry, I went for a short. Okay, so I went for a short. Yeah, that's where I went to. Right, so market went again. I could have gone for long. So market went out to get liquidity, and I was here. I saw that this was taken out. Okay, and then went down, up, went down. So I think when I went out to 1 minute time frame. Okay, we have a break of structure, and let's take it from this low to this. Okay, and then we're looking for the break of structure here. So we got this called break structure, and we keep going. This break structure here. This break structure. So 61. Where's one? Ooh, what did I enter? Where did I enter? That's a messed up entry. Yeah, because my network, again, because my network was not, I was not getting network in the office. That's why I messed up my entry. So okay, stop loss was 720, 728. Yeah, that makes, okay, let me see. Based on my stop loss, I will know where I was supposed to enter. Okay, yeah. So I was trying to enter on this here. I was trying to enter. So got rejected here on this fair value gap. Okay, so I'm trying to enter, and then we break the structure here. So break this structure, broke another structure here. We came back to retest this one here. So from this week to here, we're getting a nice 50% in this particular case. So we're looking for that one. And I was looking to enter here actually, or even I was waiting to enter here, but the network got messing up on me, and my entry got messed up. So my entry got messed up here. Okay. Oh yeah, that's very bad entry there. That's very bad entry. But I knew the market's gonna go down, and my target profit was 567. 567 was, what is it? 567. 567 was here. Okay. Now if I go back to my original entry, this would have been, yeah, roughly 1 to 2, or 1 to 3, even 1 to 3. Okay. Again, so one thing I'll tell you from that is when I was trading today, I noticed that in the office there was very low signal going on. I was using data for that, mobile data, very low signals. Don't do that, guys. Okay, so make sure that you're in the place where there's results, because of that I messed up my entry, so I entered way down. Okay, so even though I knew market's gonna hit my target, I let market hit my target. Okay, so I hit my target. Okay, otherwise Otherwise, if what people will do, people will be like, okay, you know what, let's stretch it even further. No, don't do that. Okay, so you know what your original entry was, you just play on that one. Okay, now here I could have easily entered as well. For long, again, we have a change of character, changing break of structure here. Okay, so well, didn't sort of, but we know that from the higher time frame earlier, from the 5 minute time frame, that we do have some sort of things going on here. Where is it? Okay, so some sort of things going on here. So for example, I could have easily entered for long as well on this candle, place my stop here, and then I'm going to go for 1 to 2 as well. I'm not going to go so anything big yet, because that's what I'm looking for. 1 to 2 for a second trade, that's it. Okay, but I think at that time, what time was it? Yeah, that time I was busy. After that, I was only available between this session pretty much today, and I got one move, and I'm happy with it. Okay, you see, market went up here, and then now we're getting change of character. All right, so change of character, you can clearly see again. So another entry would have been change of character. Come back to the. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Let's go down to see what we have here. Okay, we have a fair value gap. As you can see, break of structure. Came back. Okay, came back. Right, came back. You can clearly see. Came back. Break structure. So you could have entered here on this fair value gap, or even here. 1:2. That is the safe approach. That is the safe approach. That's a safe approach. Or you're going to be okay. Entered here. Let's take a look at RSI. What RSI is telling me. Yeah. So this would have been safe one. This would have been a safe one. But I'll pick. This would have been a safe one. Okay. All right. So you can see it clearly worked. It clearly worked. It clearly worked. Okay. Now I'm trying to bring this up now. Okay. So up 758 in 2 days. I'm happy with this. I just need to get more stuff now. Okay. Hopefully this helped you out. Again, just make sure that you stick. Make sure that you stick to your strategy. Do not try to overtrade, and trade when you have the setup.